Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part two and what should be the final part of Myst. Oh, hey. Hey there, Graham. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Okay. So, last time we finished 2 ages, Channelwood and Stone Ship, and then now there's 2 left. Come on. So let's go into the tower and get the third bunch of clues. That big gear will lead to the mechanical age. Okay, so 240 to 1. Okay, now there's one place on the island I haven't been to yet, and that is the clock tower, which is set off on that far separate little island at the end. So that's where we're going. No, why can't I get to the door? Okay. Okay, so the clock tower has to be at 240. Okay, so the big one controls the minute hand. That's 240. And I will set this marker switch to on, since I'm supposed to turn them all on. Now this is supposed to be at 221. So okay. Yeah. Okay, let's move the top around. Ow. Okay. There we go. And now the gear is opened up. And so following that note, I'll go in there in a minute. Following the note, I set this to the off position, turn every one of them to on, then go to the dock and turn this one to off. There's a page in there. Can't do anything with that yet. but I will shortly. Did that close up on me? Oh well. Anyway, time to read the journal for this age, the mechanical age. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures, and it was. The sky here is dark and gray and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He's very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me, there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills which rose higher than the city. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the post, expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of traveling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for a friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumors of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The people grew fearful, yet nothing happened. One day, the usually sunny sky became as dark as night, and black ships appeared on the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean, and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumored that 10 years from the attack, the enemy would return to finish the destruction they had started so long ago. I have decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me. An idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. 1 second. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for protection. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, traveled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They have grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I am very pleased with their intelligence, and their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. It has been over 4 months now, and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its gray sky. They detest the gray sky and tell me many times they wish the sky here were like this blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. It has been 6 months of work, and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress, I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. I began experimenting with on my visits to Aspermere. It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for all of us. The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped, and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Last night, we had a small celebration, and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. I have had a healthy adventure, and have begun work on a new book. Once again, I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the Tide. I believe in my travels I have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day, and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. Though the sky may always be black, I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. So yeah, that's the mechanical age. Of course, there are going to be no people there. For whatever reasons that may be, draw your own conclusion. That... Okay, that's automatically set to come back on. Love that sound, the linking sound. Okay. So I've got to figure out 4 symbols to put in here. And that, I think the book is down there, if I remember correctly. So yeah, let's go into this fortress. Man, this must have been a small city. Let's go this way. Oh, the spaceship in a ship. Do these mean something? Yellow, green, red. Secret door. So I think this is Cirrus's place, if I'm remembering correctly. Cirrus is the one... Yeah, red page. Cirrus is the one who's obsessed with jewels and all of that. And riches. Oh. Cirrus, your greed sickens me. Your desire for wealth and plunder is never satisfied. I will instruct my subjects not to pay your new tax, and you know they'll listen to me. Regards, Akinar. So is that supposed to be Cirrus painted like a king? I'll come back to that in a minute. Jesus. It's like a Jack-in-the-Box cobra of some kind? Akinar loves weapons. And like, he's sadistic? Shit. Well, yeah, he's incredibly sadistic. Oh. Electrify cage. Oh, and a head chopping block. Okay, let's go back to that little thing in here. Fortress Rotation Simulator. Okay, so south, that appears to be south, makes a cowbell noise. Okay. East is the kind of boing, I guess, like a spring. North is a beep. And west, I don't know what that is. Button, maybe? That sounds kind of like button noises I've ever heard here. Okay, so move the left stick up to engage it, and right stick up to turn counterclockwise. Oh. Okay, that's a different color. So I think that, yeah, that lined up the central elevator. Okay. Oh. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Where am I now? Cowbell, I'm facing south. Okay, so let's turn this thing. Okay, I'm facing east now. Okay. Okay, so 4 symbols. The rightmost one is a half moon. Write this down. Third is 3 hills with a sun. And is that it? Okay, there's another hill off to the north. Or another island, rather. Okay, that's the beep. That's north. Okay, so the first two, second, got that pillar in the middle, right hand triangle pointing up, left hand triangle pointing down. And then on the first one, you have a C, which is opening down. And there's nothing off in the west. They said there were only 3 hills, so that's it. This is probably the most disappointing, I'd say, of all the Myst stages. Because there's just like one puzzle. Like nothing leads to anything else. Oh, right. It's just, oh, hey, you need 4 symbols. Those are on these 2 islands. Figure out how to rotate the fortress. That's it. I mean, Myst is a pretty small game. There's not a lot to most of it. But even the other ages felt... Cowbell, facing south. Even the other ages felt like there's more to them. Oh, right. Let's take a page. I'll take the red page for Cirrus. Okay, so downward facing C, 2 triangles with a pillar in the middle, 3 triangles and a sun over them, and then the half moon. Alright, now we get to listen to Cirrus speak.
With each page I can see more clearly. Soon, be free from this horrible prison. This book. You must visit the one remaining age. You have not. Comfort that Took advantage of the freedom our father had given us. I cannot begin to. I ask you again. Do not retreat through pages. He will destroy both myself and you, just as he destroyed the other pages of Myst. Never will escape. You must simply bring the red. The story that your wisdom. You will see that I am innocent and he is guilty. This forgotten island long ago. I will owe you my life, and you will be greatly rewarded.
Okay, and now let's go get the blue page for Akinar. I don't think I ever mentioned last time how I first came to Myst. So, I first came to it when I was about 13, I think. It was, for summer vacations. We were usually given an allowance from, like, our grandmother to buy, like, one game. Like, pick a game, find a game, you can buy it, and you can use it and enjoy it over vacation. And this was 2007, I want to say. 2007, 2008, sometime around then. And my big thing at the time was the DS. So I found Myst on the DS. And I played it and beat it over the entire vacation. So I will talk more in a second, but for now I'll let Akinar speak.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced Cyrus is guilty. Pray, do not release him. He will destroy me, just as he did. Innocent bystander. I've been wrongly tricked into imprisonment. You have observed his unbridled lust for riches. In the 4 remaining worlds, some plot. It was almost perfect. Final blow to father. You tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder father. Bring me the remaining. Please. Liar. All in a liar. Must not be free. What? The remaining blue pages from the last age of Myst. I must be free. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
Alright, I'm I'm going to make a save here. And then we'll access the last age. In the spaceship. So yeah, I got Myst on the DS, and okay, hold on. Spaceship 59 volts. And I beat Myst on the DS, which is actually widely considered terrible now, over the course of that one vacation. And after that, I was hooked. We had an old Windows ME computer at home, and so I bought all the rest of the Myst games, the main series at least. And it's been kind of forever since I've gone through them. I've played Myst and Riven a decent chunk. Okay, come on. Okay. So 59 volts. The only place I haven't really been yet is this shed. Okay, so gotta turn on the power. Okay, so I'm gonna make a note of what these buttons do. 10, 7, 8, 16, 5, 19, and 9. Okay, so I've got to get to 59 volts. So let's start off with 22 and 19. So I need 18 left. That's 16, and then 2. Power to the spaceship. Okay, so that should be correct. And if you overshoot, you end up blowing the fuse, and then you come here to reset it when it blows out, but it didn't blow out. So, okay. So I have to put in a sequence of 5 notes. This is one you actually have to read the book to get. So, which one's left? It's this one, I think. Okay, hold on. Let me take a drink, and I will read from the last... journal. It has been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly. I think for some reason... Oh. Let me take that again. It has been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason, I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. From the grassy hill where I am standing, I could see green fields below along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from where I am standing, yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the sky is sparkled with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking, and yet, that strange feeling again. Perhaps it is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north. Hotter than I would have imagined, it almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived and the sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled above the western horizon. Though night has come, the horizon still glows red long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again the feeling, and I am beginning to believe it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now, and leave my strength to explore more tomorrow. I have had to return home due to an unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I have ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left in fear of my life. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return, in case the one left here has been destroyed or damaged. I have returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It has been transformed into a barren, desert land, with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind I remember has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists and appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like desert, although I will verify that statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. The hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from the earth. Suddenly, the ground began to crack and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. I have decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. Second. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel I should leave again and see if things are different when I return. It is also important that I check on Cirrus and Akinar and make sure everything is going along well. When I return, I also hope to bring back some tools I will need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I have returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials, however, it seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant, but I have also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set and I look forward to tomorrow. My raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completed within 1 year. I so love working with my hands, whether writing or building. I have... and then it trails off. Well, and I have decided 3 meters is not enough support for amazingly strong to be one of my most prized inventions. I am extremely... world never have imagined it come together. I doubt could possibly work with 14 instead of completely fatigued. I am so happy to have committed tomorrow. I am leaving today in order to bring back Cirrus and Akinar. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilized. I believe the meteor set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I have just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I have copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age, to which I hope to travel soon. But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. And that's a map there. Okay, so this is the key we need. Okay, so 1 is low C. 2 is middle C. I took piano, so I know which notes are which. 3 is a middle D sharp. 4 is middle F. And 5 is a low B flat. Okay. Okay, so they all start here at the bottom, all the sliders, so I gotta go up 7 steps for the first one. Okay. Okay, let me get the last one, which goes up 5 steps. Okay. Let me bring all of the others up to... Okay. Okay, so 4 is F, so I need to go up 5 steps from low C. Okay, let me put the other 2 up there. Okay, and now from here, I need to go up 7 steps for middle C. And then for the third one, I need to go up 3. Okay, I'm missing something. Okay, so these are... Okay, so let's go up 12 steps with this thing. Okay. Okay, I think that's correct there. Oh, fuck, that's off. 7 steps up. No, that doesn't sound right. Ah. Hey, there we go. I don't know exactly which one was off. But it's weird that this one's embedded in like a TV screen. And now we are on the Selenitic age. Okay, so I've got 5 sounds here. I got put in 5 different sounds in the proper order. Okay, let's activate this. Blue page is here. That fissure. Clock. And here's the red page. And this wind. Okay, nice little tunnel here. And I'm on the island in the middle. So, okay, let's find the... Okay. Here's the clock tower. Where's the water? Let me try a different one. So I've got to set up these things so they're in line. There we go. Okay, so that... Let me hear the order again. Alright, so crystals, water were the first two. Wind, chasm, and then clock. And let me pick up this page. Okay, so crystals, water, wind, okay, chasm, and then the clock. And I hated this puzzle when I was younger. I had to brute force this one. Okay, now, if you heard that, those noises actually match up with the Selenitic, not with the Selenitic, with the Mechanical Age. And they're the same sounds, and they tell you which direction to go. Yeah, see, all these ways are blocked off. means we have to go north. So I'm going to mark down these directions for now. So, okay, north. When I first played this, I did this age first, so I had no idea what the sounds were, and I just had to brute force it. Okay, that's west. North again. This is kind of poor puzzle design. Okay, that's east. Since it requires you to understand that the sounds, and you kind of have to go to the mechanical age first. And when you can do them in any order, it's not really fair puzzle design. I don't think they don't give you all the information you need here, which they should. Okay, yeah, there's two sounds on top of each other, I think. So I think... Okay, no, those aren't. That's just the south sound. I forgot it's that. No, no, it's not. Okay, it's just the same noise. I don't know what I was hearing. East again. Yeah, there we go. That's south. South again. Okay, that's west. Okay, now that's two sounds on top of each other. Cowbell and the button. So combination south and west, so southwest. Okay, west. Okay, there's the button sound, and then beep layered on top. So northwest. Sounds like northeast. North. Yeah, this puzzle is just slow, takes forever. Doesn't really mix it up much. Cowbell. And boing, so southeast. Hey! Okay, I appear to be at the end. Alright, I'm gonna let Cirrus talk.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Achenar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here, in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Achenar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our explorations. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. His thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Akenar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final chapter. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves. In this library, which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will be face to face.
Okay, so Saris has given us the final clue. I'm going to go back and get Akenar's page real quick. Since this is going so quickly tonight, I'm at an hour 10, I'm going to do an extra little thing. So there was another version of Myst called realMyst, which was Myst but rendered in real-time 3D graphics. This version also added a new age called Rime. After I finish Myst, I'm going to load up realMyst Masterpiece Edition and go through Rime. Just to get the full Myst experience. Think of it as a little bonus. I thought about doing just realMyst Masterpiece Edition as a whole, but I kind of just prefer this version. Just because it has the old style graphics. And feel sorry if I'm speeding through all of this, so because otherwise this would take forever. Yeah, this would be forever otherwise. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna let Akinar give his spiel now.
Hello, I'm Akana. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. He was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. He did him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. I'm sure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you the last blue page. Remember, take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, or you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had my mic off. So, I need to mimic page 158. Okay, so it's a 8 by 6 grid. So 1 second while I fill this in. Okay. Almost got it. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, both of the brothers are shitheads and liars. They will both betray you. So, I'm going to go through. There are multiple endings to this. I'm going to go through a few. Not all. Okay. Whoops. And then I think. Yes, there we go. So, let me do a quick save here. Just. Alright, if I take. I'm not going to touch the green book for right now. Well. Well, no, I already pulled out the red page. Actually, I can... Nope. That's right. Oh, come on. Why? Why? Okay.
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm free!
Sounds like you just came.
Thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool! It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page. Oh no. I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're in the books. The library looks much the same as I left. Oh, I can Goodbye.
Ah, I forgot I had my mic off again to just so I wouldn't disturb that scene. Yeah, that's an ending to Myst. You get stuck there. I'm going to do Akinar's as well, because I don't think I've ever seen that one. And then I will do the real ending. Yeah, I'll do all 4 endings since I've got plenty of time.
Oh, yes! I'm free! Oh, I feel alive! And how do you feel, my friend? Oh, whatever here? Perhaps pages you work so hard for? What? Yes! Oh. Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view. Yes. Oh. Sinners. There's my brother. Oh, yes. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. You lose.
And that's ending number 2. So, yeah, both of the brothers are shitheads. So now I'm going to go do ending 3 of 4, which involves going to that green book they said not to touch. And here we go.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny. Not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend. As you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Oh. Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I fear you've met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island. In my library. My library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar, we had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. They used their own mother. Oh, my dear Catherine. To lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except that they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they have done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
So ending 3 is if you decide to go through without the page. Yeah, this is Donnie.
My friend. You've returned. We meet face to face. And the page. Did you bring the page? You didn't bring the page. You didn't bring the page. I deplore you. Oh. Did you not take my warning seriously? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever.
And that is ending 3, the third of the bad endings. So, the one good ending requires you to unlock to use that page that was hidden in the marker switch. So let's go get that page now. Whoop. There we go. And now we go through with the page.
Ah, my friend. You returned. And the page, did you bring the page? Ah, give it to me. Give me the page. You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
It's really cool to see that linking from the outside. Oh, and he just goes away for a while. I forgot about that.
It is done. I have many questions for you, my friend. But my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, in reward, I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst, the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your explorations satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with.
And so go back to Myst, and the books gone. And that's Myst. So I'm going to quit for a second just so you can see the credits, and there's some nice music. So after these credits, I'm going to pause the stream for a second. I will put up a temporary screen. It'll be back shortly. I just have to load up realMyst Masterpiece Edition. And we will take a crack at Rime and finish this all up tonight. Wonderful game. Myst. Okay, hold on 1 second. And welcome back. So this is realMyst. I'm going to start a new game. Myst. realMyst. I'm gonna skip through a bunch of this because it's basically the same as regular Myst. But I'll let this nice animation... Oh, is there... There's no animation. Aww. Yeah, this is realMyst. Looks super nice. Let me change the move speed. To go back. As fast as it can. Oh, right. So, yeah, this is technically all you have to do to beat Myst is activate all these switches. And then put in the code, which if you've played it already, you already know the code. And that's it. Myst can be really a quick game if you know exactly what you're doing. Everything is purely gated by knowledge. Okay, we've got the page. And I think if you... Yeah, if you hold down the shift key, you can see the original look. And just how much nicer things look. And I believe there... Is there a fifth? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read this first before doing anything because I feel like it transports you straight to Rime and you don't know anymore. You can't look at the book after this. Rime, I have named it. A desolate age with a beauty that is quite different than I had expected or imagined. The intricate feathers of ice that fall from the sky are awe-inspiring. I feel as though I could sit and watch them for hours. And though it is cold here, like I have never experienced before, I find myself enjoying the change of temperature, for it is unlike any other place that I have ever seen. Perhaps the oddest thing is the silence. Although the wind blows on occasion, when it ceases there is a suffocating silence that falls on this place, broken only by the distant cries of unseen creatures. I have visited 3 times and am sure now that this age will provide the environment I need. I believe the cold temperature is necessary for obtaining the correct resonance. Examining the structure of the books is ever more perplexing, but I am driven onward by my need to understand. The great tree of possibilities can never be fully grasped, but I must at least try to find one particular branch. On the subject of enlightenment, I would also like to find the cause of the mysterious lights that shine in the darkness here. Though I never assumed that I would be able to build especially fast here, the speed at which I am progressing is somewhat disappointing. I do think I will bring Cirrus and Akinar, as well as some of the machinery from Selenitic. Akinar chose to stay with Catherine, but Cirrus was rather excited to come. He spent the last few days here with me, helping me with the beginning phases of construction. He too seems to enjoy the ice and cold weather. Man after my own heart. That's a bit of editorializing. He's intrigued with the crystals that we have brought with us. He has been a big help, as have others, and I hope to be able to begin my experiments here soon. Tonight, Cirrus and I found a wondrous spot to view the lights, though it seems they decided to hide from us. After sitting in the cold winds for over 2 hours, we saw nothing. It was rather disappointing. Cirrus will return to Myst tomorrow. He's been a tremendous aid to me, and I'm thankful for his willingness to help. The hard part of the construction is over, although I have decided after tonight that I would like to add some kind of observation post. I won't be finished as soon as I had hoped, although I'm fairly certain it will be worth the delay in the long run. I have decided to take a break from the construction now that the tunnel is almost complete, and I have been able to set up a temporary space where the crystals will not be stimulated. I am quite convinced that with the right diffraction resonance, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. Catherine still finds it absurd and thinks I am crazy to assume I will be able to view ages with stones, but her unusual pessimism has not convinced me to stop trying. I came too close to success on Everdunes. I am fairly certain now that temperature does indeed have an effect on the crystals, but I have realized that temperature alone is not enough. The cold dampens some of the sympathetic harmonics, but a more active suppressor is necessary. I have acquired some geodes with a pure, protected crystalline interior. Thin slices of the geodes below each crystal provided a stabilizing effect and even amplified the clean frequency slightly. After quite a bit of experimentation with the shapes and colors, I was able to capture a blurry image within a book. Though the link would never work, there was clearly an age on the other side. I can hardly wait to return and tell Catherine. I feel like I should finish the shaft to my observation post while I have the machinery here. Perhaps tomorrow morning. The lights were beautiful again last night. They had not shown themselves for so long that I had almost forgotten their beauty. I still must find the cause. I'm feeling rather overwhelmed with what remains to be done. The crystals have not been perfected, the shaft is not finished, nor is the observation post or even the lab. I have not seen Catherine for some time, and I long to spend more time with Akinar and Cirrus. Besides all of that, there are, far away in the back of my mind, the thoughts of my people in our lost city. I dreamt again of them last night. Oh yeah, this is great. So, Dani was like a civilization of these people who were able to write books that linked to these various specific ages using a thing called the art, special books, special ink, and having like skill. It's like what's written in there doesn't create worlds, but it links to them. And this city lived on Earth in like a big cavern underground New Mexico or somewhere in the American Southwest. And I forget exactly how it happened, but there was like a civil war of some kind and Dani fell. And Atris is one of the last of the Dani. He's not full Dani, if I remember correctly. He's half, or I think his father is half Dani, and so he's 1/4 then. But I digress. I have only seen the city in its worst condition, and still, its beauty overwhelmed me. Even now, as I visualize how majestic it must have been before the destruction caused by Viovis and Agaris, it amazes and saddens me. I am fairly certain that Dani is not dead as my father believed. I am convinced that there must be some who managed to escape the destruction, and even now continue to survive in separate ages. Within me is an urging to take the chance and return to Dani, to find these survivors and properly rebuild our city. However, I can do nothing until I am certain of the fate of my father. If my plan failed, if I missed a single book when attempting to trap him on Riven, then he has been free all along. If that is true, then all that stands between him and the ages I have now written is the link from Dani to Myst. As much as I wish to return to Dani, without knowing the state of my father, I cannot risk re-establishing that link. I must observe my father without re-establishing that link. It has taken several years, and there have been many dead ends, but I have partially succeeded. Now that I have managed to view another age using the crystals, it is only a matter of time until I view Riven. At least, I hope. Catherine will have her ideas about all of these things, and I miss her greatly. I will return to Rime later, when my mind has cleared. Yeah, so that's kind of like backstory of the Dani. Yeah, this is what I was... Yeah, this is what I was remembering from the later versions of Myst, how those symbols are already there. And you don't have to, like, activate them. Okay, let's do this. Let's put in this... And I think that's it. There we go.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here and done, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you.
It's okay, I have the page. And they actually did pretty good making this as, you know, HD friendly as possible with that CGI model of Atris. But you can still tell.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. And the page, did you bring the page? Ah, give it to me. You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make.
I'm trying to see if I can skip this scene. It does not appear that I can. So we're just going to have to wait through it.
My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
While he's gone... Oh, I can't move.
It is done. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife Catherine is being held hostage.
Riven.
Oh, reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst. The books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope your explorations are satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with.
Uh-oh, am I...
Oh, and one more favor. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever have imagined. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Till that point, you're free to enjoy the exploration from my library on Myst. And thank you again.
Okay, am I... I'm stuck. Hold on. I'm stuck.
Oh, the book. You can use the Myst linking book to return to Myst.
Is that... Come on, let me click on it. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to be stuck. Okay, now. There it is on the floor. The book to rhyme. Oh. Where is the actual... Okay. For rhyme, 40. Switch on the back, and then 2735. I forgot exactly how you accessed Rime before. Oh, okay. I see. It's in this pillar here. And 2735. And I think that should pop something up top. Oh, okay. Must pop up in the library. Yeah, here we are. Rime, it's beautiful. Alright, here we are. Rime. Sounds like a whale or something. And... okay, there's the Myst book we can use to get back, but... and this door's frozen over. This whole place is frozen. So I've got to... there we go. I think that's like a valve for the heat. Yeah, okay, I just have to wait. There we go. Did I see? I thought I saw a switch on the wall. Nope. Just shadows. can't go down, so let's go up. So it's like electrically charged stuff out there is... Oh, okay. So if I set this to red... Yeah, the electricity works in such a way to render the northern... well, not the northern lights. I say that just because that's what we call them here, but... renders them red. Ooh. Ooh, floating shape. What's in the drawer? Anything? No. Okay. Before spending any more time with my experiments, I have decided that I must finish construction. I have brought both Cirrus and Achenar this time. The shaft is almost finished, as is the observation post. Both boys preferred inside where it is warm, protected from the cold. Achenar sits in the observation post for hours, and Cirrus is consumed with the crystals and the glimpses of ages that we are able to see. Neither of them shows any real desire to leave. I cannot remember the last time my sons spent so much time with me in an age. After much more experimenting with the shapes of the crystals, we were able to get a nearly perfect view of an age inside of the book. Cirrus wanted to link immediately, not understanding the link was only visual. Without the ink, the crystals do not bind onto a particular age. Because of this, the crystals have an interesting side effect. It is possible to change the crystals and watch the age change. While in reality we are seeing a vast number of distinct, though similar ages, displaying the current age defined by the crystals, it appears as though we are changing the original age. Next are the lights. My sons seem much more interested in the lights of the night sky right now. Their only interest in the crystals seems to be whether or not we can view Channelwood or Stoneship, two ages I have not seen in a long while. It is possible to view the ages, although the time it would take to find the correct combination would be prohibitive. I do not consider my task with the crystals complete, but I would rather keep Cirrus and Achenar excited, and here, so we will move on to the lights. I think it is better to keep Riven from them, and so it is just as well that we move on to something else. I will view that place later. The lights are curious. Although I originally thought the effect to be an organic one, I now believe it to be electromagnetic in origin. I think the effect could be triggered somehow. It's something that we'll have to try, and if Cirrus and Achenar have their way, it will be soon. I have never seen either of them so interested in my experiments, and I do not want to dampen their enthusiasm. It seems they have forgotten about the crystals now. I'm not sure either of my sons was expecting the amount of work it would take. It has turned out to be a challenge working above the cold waters where the wind cuts through clothing and skin like a sharp knife. Still, even amidst the dark cold, they are driven to complete the task. It is a side of them that I have not seen before. Another hard day, but we have erected the first of 3 towers. I am too tired to write tonight. It has been a week. The second and third towers are up. We only need to connect the power. I am exhausted, as are Cirrus and Achenar. However, they have no intention of quitting, and that drives me. The towers are finished, as is the power to each of them. Power will be conducted directly through the saline sea, alleviating the need for stringing wires and enabling us to locate the towers a comfortable distance away. Most of the remaining work can be accomplished inside, for which I am grateful. I am tired of the cold. I look forward to the warm beaches of Myst Island. Perhaps we all deserve a break. We only spent a day with Catherine before returning. We were here only a minute before we again began to experiment with the towers and the electromagnetic discharges. We were able to create an arc for the first time between 2 towers. Its reflection in the cold waters was magnificent. We are close now. Tomorrow, after adjusting the voltage, we will know just how close. The beauty is awe-inspiring. At our command, multicolored waves of light dance across the dark sky, brilliant flashes of white lightning that make the display even more amazing. Precede them. The boys are convinced that they will be able to bring their mother here, and though she usually refuses to use the books, I am becoming convinced that she will come, or at least, I hope. As for me, I must return to Myst or some other warm place. There is more to be accomplished here, but I long for the sun and will spend some time under its glow before returning. Catherine had to come, after I told her of my intentions to use the crystals to view Riven. She is not consumed with the setup of the geodes and the crystals, and encourages me daily as I try to uncover the combination that will allow me a view of that age. Cirrus and Akinar did not come this time. I must return to Everdunes. I believe that a few of the crystals I left in Everdunes may help me here. Catherine has returned home for now, but she will meet me on Myst Island in 3 days. I think I will be ready by then. Those there. Okay. So let's... Can we go higher? No. So if we go down in this different rotation, we access a new path. It is real. The work of your hands, the touch of my dreams. I've left my dream for you. I'm only yours, Catherine. Okay, so this is the combination to view Riven. So let me make crude sketches of these crystals. Green for that one. The 3 spikes is like a cyan. The diamond shape is a yellow. And then purple. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else. Oh, that's a map of Rime. I can't see what that book is under the bed. Okay, so... Okay, so how do I... Okay, I hold it down to change the color. So let's get the shapes right. There. And I think, yeah, okay, so this is red. Okay, this is green. Okay, this is a cyan kind of color. That's purple on the end. I'm having a hard time telling the difference. Whoop. I got booted out of the game for a second. Oh, it went too far. Okay, I think that's correct. And that is Riven, I believe. Let me make sure I've got the right color here. Yeah, that's the correct color. It's not much, but that is Riven. That is where we will be going next in Riven, the sequel to Myst. Thank you for everyone who showed up for this. It was a treat to be able to play through this again. Ooh, black lights. It was a treat to be able to play through this again, and to even have enough time to do this little rhyme bit at the end. Even though this age is pretty sparse, it's something new. So I would like to once again thank you all for coming. Anyone who popped in during the stream. I'm not going to be doing many more of these unplanned streams, so the next time I will see you all will be on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Part 5 of Resident Evil. Anyway, this was a joy to play through, and I'm looking forward to getting to Riven soon, probably after I finish Resident Evil. But for now, I have got to eat some dinner. It's a little late and I'm a little bit hungry. So, everyone out there, have a good weekend. Good night.